Hi everyone, today I'm going to teach you on how to solve word problems. The focus this time is going to be about consecutive number problems, and we will use linear equation to solve the problem. Alright, let's go to the first example. The sum of three consecutive integers is 150. What is the largest integer? Alright, so the most important thing in solving this kind of problem, consecutive number problem, is to represent the three consecutive integers. Okay, so first is going to be your x. This is true for every consecutive integer problem. Take note of that, okay? The second is going to be x plus 1, and the third is going to be x plus 2. So we have the first, the second, and the third. So x plus 1, and x plus 2. Those are the representations of the three consecutive integers, and we will start with that. Next is to come up or create an equation based from the problem. The word sum here is very important because that means the mathematical operation that we will use is addition. The statement says that the sum, which means we will add the three consecutive integers, and the result will be 150. Which means our equation is going to be x plus, that's the first, the second is x plus 1, the third is x plus 2 equals 150. All right, now we have an equation now, so the next step is to solve the x. We have an x, another x here, so that gives us 3x. 1 plus 2 equals 3 equals 105. Minus 3 on both sides, 3x equals 102. And finally, divided by 3 on both sides. So 102 divided by 3. What is our answer there? Correct, it's 34. So now we were able to find x. Now let's answer what is being asked here. What is the largest integer? So if we put that 34 to x, or if we substitute 34 to x, this is 34 plus 1 is 35. 34 plus 2 is 36. So the consecutive integers we're talking about here are 34, 35, and 36. The largest is equal to 36. All right, let's go to the second example. The sum of two consecutive even integers is 12 less than thrice the smaller. What are the integers? All right, so here we are talking about two consecutive even integers. That word even is very important. You did not see that word in the previous example. So if you see a problem like this, the representation will be different. All right. Now there are two consecutive even integers here. The first is going to be x, and the second is going to be x plus 2. All right. That actually, or those are actually the representations also for consecutive odd integers. All right. Now let's create an equation from the problem. The sum, again, that word sum is very important. It means we will add the two. Is means an equal sign. 12 less than 3 times 3 less than thrice the smaller. The smaller is obviously the x. What are the integers? Okay, so the x, or the smaller rather, is the x. So thrice that, and then 12 less than thrice smaller. Okay, so let's create now an equation. The sum of two consecutive even integers. So let's stop with that. Given that statement, what will be our equivalent algebraic expression? The sum of two consecutive integers. The two consecutive integers are x and x plus 2. The sum means we will add the two. All right? Is, I mentioned this last time in my video about number relation problems. So every time you have this kind of phrase, 12 less than thrice the smaller, you have to work on that from right going to the left side. So this is what I mean by that. 12 less than thrice the smaller. That's 12 less than thrice the smaller. Now we have an equations. And of course, the next step is to solve for x. So 2x plus 2 equals 3x minus 12. All right? I'm going to add 12 on both sides here. That'd be 2x plus 14 equals 3x. Finally, minus 2x on both sides. That's 14 equals x. Now let's answer what is being asked here. What are the integers? So we need to know those two. Even integers. Even consecutive even integers. If the first is 14, then obviously the second is 14 plus 2, which is 16. All right, let's go to the last example. The lengths of the sides of a triangle are consecutive odd numbers. What is the length of the longest side if the perimeter is 51? All right. Okay. Now here we have a triangle. Okay, and in a triangle we have three sides. One way also of solving word problems is to come up with an illustration. And this is what we're going to do in this problem. So the lengths of the sides of a triangle are consecutive odd integers or odd numbers. So obviously there are three consecutive odd numbers here. So let's say that the first is x, the second is going to be x plus 2, the third is going to be x plus 4. So that's how you represent consecutive odd integers, the same as you represent the consecutive even integers. They're the same. Representations will be the same. The only difference is when you don't see those words, the odd or the even. Okay. Question. What is the length of the longest side of the triangle if the perimeter is 51? Now that word perimeter is very important. If you're not familiar with geometry, perimeter is the sum of the sides of any geometric figure. So meaning if we add x, x plus 2, and x plus 4, that will be the perimeter of the triangle. And it says here in the problem that the result or the perimeter is equal to 51. So there you go. That's our equation. X plus x plus 2 plus x plus 4 equals 51. Now let's solve for x. X, and another x, that gives us 3x. 2 and 4, that's 6 equals 51. Minus 6 on both sides. So 3x equals 45. And divided by 3, x equals 15. That's our x. That will help us answer what is being asked here. And the problem is, what is the length of the longest side? If x equals 15, then the longest side is 15 plus 4, which is equal to 19. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and share my YouTube page to your friends.